Thank you just so darn much again for tuning into Norm Nathan's Vault of Silliness for episode 30. We reach back 28 years and pull out a dumb birthday game from April 4th, 1993. It features a festive cast of thousands. Dawn from New York, 70 miles southwest of Buffalo to be precise. Pat and Lynn, Mark from Saugus, Jenny from Hanson, John in Attleboro, the excitable Karen Meslener. I'm producing and in studio, and we have Paul Brennan in traffic with the WBZ Cellular 1 phone force. I forgot all about those guys. The birthdays include Christine Laddy, John Cameron Swayze, Kitty Kelly, Steve Gatlin from the Gatlin Brothers. Now, he takes part in the optical illusion picture with the Andrews sisters, the Mills brothers, and the Inkspots. Francis Lankford, though we can't confirm if she's alive or dead. And Hugh Masekela. And we have one date in history. Can you hear that in the background, everyone? I neglected to mention at the start of this that we're joined in the studio by my neighbor, who is having a tree removed. The date in history. Back to business. The city of Los Angeles was incorporated as a city in what year? Other notable highlights. Norm does a couple of spot-on presidential impressions. We learn an amazing feat performed by, and the tragic fate of, Sidney Lefkowitz. Additionally, we are informed that before L.A. was incorporated, the Spaniards stayed at Norm's cousin Miriam's house in Marina del Rey. And could Norm be in line to inherit a fortune? Sit back, relax, watch for falling tree branches, and get ready for this very informative version of the Dumb Birthday Game from 1993.
Okay, it's time for the Dumb Birthday. We have a lineup of 8,000 people going to be playing the game. With us, Don is in New York. Hi, Don.
Hi, Norm. How you doing?
Good, thanks, and I'm glad you're playing with us. Where in New York are you?
We're south of Buffalo, about 70 miles southwestern as far as...
Okay, well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Pat is with us from Lynn. Hi, Pat.
Hi, how are you?
I'm just fine, thank you. And we have Mark, who is in Saugus. Hello.
How you doing, Norm?
Good, thanks. We have Jenny.
Hi.
Oh, my goodness. Hi, Jenny is down in over in Hanson.
Right.
Where's Hanson? I'm trying to place
It's on the South Shore. It's near Plymouth.
Oh, yeah.
And near the Cape.
Okay. This is the Jenny that I know.
That's right.
Oh, nice. I recognize your voice now. Nice to have you with us.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to be here. I'd be working ordinarily, but our equipment broke down, so I'm listening to you.
What kind of work would you be doing now?
Broadcasting.
Oh, you'd be on the air now?
Yes.
Where's that?
Well, I broadcast from our house, actually, but it's connected with a station in Marshfield, Mass.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, Frank Murtaugh, who heads our promotion department. Mm-hmm. He worked at the station in Marshfield.
Yeah, we know Frank.
Well, hey, what the heck? We can't all be perfect. Okay. Anyway, we also have with us John, who's down in Attleboro. Hi, John.
How you doing, Norm?
Hey, good, thank you. It's nice to have you, too.
Yep.
And it's nice to have Karen Meslener with us, a WBZ producer's here.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me? Oh.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi, Karen. I miss you.
Oh, I miss you too. Thanks.
Yeah, a lot of people. Every time Karen is on, she produces a lot of comments.
Yeah.
And we have Tony Nesbitt, who produces probably no comments at all, but what the heck?
Too many comments.
He's
Tony
my
Cheese.
friend.
Huh?
He's my
Tony
friend.
Cheese.
Tony.
Okay, we also have...
Yeah, but I'm standing next to Karen, so meh.
Yeah, so
Oh, watch out.
okay, Paul Brennan is with us, also WBZ 24-hour Traffic Network. Hi, Paul.
Hi there. How are you?
Good, thank you. I know you got a traffic backup and stuff. If you should want to add something to that or give us an update or whatever, by all means, just do that.
Well, right now it's just, as I mentioned a little while ago, Southeast Expressway. but the accident was by Neponset Circle, and things are still tied up. Although I got a call on the BZ Cellular one phone force a few minutes ago, said things are starting to clear up that way. But if you are traveling Southeast Expressway in that area, you want to watch out and maybe give yourself some extra time. And at a point there a little while ago, it looked like Monday morning out there was kind of scary, but things are starting to ease up there now. So I think we should be okay.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's start out with this. What we do for people who are not familiar with the dumb birthday game is guess the ages of people born on this date, now April 4th. And it's now coming up to, no, it's coming up to, what else is it, 3:15?
Yeah.
That's right, it's 3:15 Eastern Daylight Time. Christine Laddy, who is a fine actress. She was in Running on Empty, was one of the movies with Judd Hirsch that I thought was a splendid movie. She was in that. Let's see what else I can find out about her. And Justice for All in the movie. She's been in a number of TV things. She was in a movie, a TV, I think it was a TV movie, or maybe it was a regular theater movie with Mary Tyler Moore. Been in a number of things.
You were talking about her a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Was it because it was Judd Hirsch's birthday and you brought up Running on Empty?
Yeah, maybe it was.
I think that's, yeah.
Either that or we have two dates for her birthday and we're screwing up here. I don't know. But no, I got her listed on a couple of sources as April 4th being her birthday, Christine Laddy. And they both agree on her age also, which is what? What do you think, Don?
34.
Okay. And Pat?
37.
Mark?
34.
What do you say, Jenny?
I'm going to make a wild guess and say 40.
40?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. John?
33.
33 says John. And Karen?
Oh, God. I don't even know her. Whoops. All right.
Yeah.
All right, I'll say 42. I don't know.
42?
Yeah.
I'm
she's
40
not
also. 40.
Oh,
You
42?
oh, I might be on a roll then if Tony says
No,
so.
40 or 42?
I said 42.
Oh, 42.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure she meant 40 TOO.
Oh,
like 40 also.
also,
Yeah.
yes. No, 42.
What do you think, Tony?
39.
Oh, he sounds different.
Oh, yeah. I tell you, we have so many people playing that I don't know if I have time, to do my imitation.
That's enough.
Aw, but
That's enough.
part of the
That's
show.
plenty. That's plenty. Okay, Paul, what do you think?
41.
Okay, her actual age is 43. So
Oh, wow.
Karen and Don. Karen said 42,
Oh my
and
gosh.
Don said 44. Boy, you're an excitable
No,
person,
I
Karen.
said 34.
I've never gotten one right or close. That
Norm,
What's that?
I said 34.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Don, you said 34?
Yeah.
Karen's
didn't
the
say
sole
40.
winner.
Oh, what an
All
honest,
right.
what an honest person you
Yeah,
are.
I'm an honest man.
Yeah.
You are an honest person because I wrote down 44.
No, 34.
Okay, okay, then Karen is the sole winner.
All right.
Wow.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Karen would be great on The Price is Right or any of those things where you jump up and down and shriek a lot.
Well, when she gets it exactly right, I have a $100 bill in my pocket and she can reach in
Oh,
for it.
oh, yeah, that's the catch.
Okay. Okay. I don't know how many of you remember John Cameron Swayze. He was one of the first newscasters on radio.
Oh, sure.
He was on at 7:45 each night, 15 minutes. This is John Cameron Swayze. At the end, he would say, "Hopscotching the world for headlines," and do all that kind of stuff. Also, you maybe remember him with the Timex watch that was dragged across the ocean.
Wasn't he in Dirty Dancing? Oh, no, it was Patrick Swayze. I'm sorry.
Patrick Swayze. There may
Wrong
be,
Swayze.
and there also is there's another Swayze in broadcasting, which may be his son or son. But anyway, John Cameron Swayze. We'll start with you, Paul. What do you think?
I will say 79.
79. Okay, and Tony?
Well, he's been around he's a news guy, and I guess you could say he's probably taken a licking, and if he's
Keeps on
alive,
ticking,
he's
no.
keeping on ticking.
Oh, God.
He is the guy from the Timex commercials, though, you said, right?
Yeah, let me see. Here's some other information I have here. It says, one of TV's first news anchors, which we mentioned, who began the popular 15-minute Camel News Caravan on NBC TV from 1948 to 1956. He was replaced by the Huntley-Brinkley Report. Wow. The only person ever shown smoking a cigar in his Camel cigarette show was Winston Churchill. I didn't know that.
81.
81. Okay, and what do you think, Karen?
I'll say 83.
83.
I don't know why.
I just hope she's exactly right because that money, that money's in my pocket.
Okay. Okay, John, what do you think?
87.
87, says John.
He sounds sure.
Yeah, he did say that kind of with a sureness about him, yeah.
So?
Jenny, what do you say?
I say 70.
70. And Mark? What do you think? How old is John Cameron Swayze?
84.
84. Okay, and Pat?
85.
And Don?
79.
Your name is Don, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay. You see, Don is a good name, you see. Anyway, you know I'd have to squeeze something else in with that. John Cameron Swayze actually is 87, which is what John down in Attleboro said.
Wow.
I love it.
Did you know that? Did you happen to know that, John, or was that just a guess?
It was a guess.
Get your hands out of my pockets, John.
It was the Camel Cavalcade, 1948. I just added about 50 years.
Well, you got that. Yeah, you got that. 87. It's hard to think of him as being 87.
Yeah.
But then again, he was... In 1948, that was when WBZ went on there. It was the first TV station in Boston. And there he was, already on there.
Cool.
I don't know what that proves, but...
So when in other words, when they flipped the on switch, he was already on the screen.
Yeah. He was already hopscotching the news for headlines or something. Anyway, Kitty Kelly, who's written a number of books on various people, including Nancy Reagan, Frank Sinatra. What she wrote on Frank Sinatra, I think, has caused the most stir. She's been on a number of talk shows discussing all of that. I don't know whether she's working. She's probably working on another one now, and I'm not quite sure on whom.
I think it was Norm Nathan, I believe.
Yes, I do believe you.
Oh, that's why she was snooping around my house. Yes. Kitty Kelly, let's start with you, Mark. What do you think? How old is Kitty Kelly?
No idea. 63.
63.
Fort Myers with your two daughters, right? Sure, we'll get the real lowdown on that in the book.
Okay, John. That's right. You think I'm going to take my kids down for a vacation like that when I can get away? And John, how old do you think Kitty Kelly is?
I would say at 56.
56. Okay. And Don?
47.
47. And Paul, what do you say?
55.
55. And Karen?
52.
I love the way she giggles. 52. Ooh. Pat, what do you say?
59.
59. Okay. Jenny?
Oh, this is tricky. I'm going to go with 54.
54.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Okay.
That sounds like good.
Excuse me.
Oh, it's good. It's a good guess.
Tony, what do you say?
What's the high bid? 59?
The high bid is 63,
Oh,
actually.
63.
Yes.
Should I go higher or lower?
60. No, actually, at 63 sounds good.
63, you will say 63.
Yeah, I'll go with the
okay.
high bid.
Really?
Okay.
Oh.
Actually, Kitty Kelly is younger than most of you said.
Oh.
Don said 47, so he guessed under her age. She's 51.
Oh.
Way older today, 51.
What?
So that means Karen, who said 52, would be the closest.
All right. Good going.
Still not $100 bill, though.
No. You can reach the other for the 50.
Yeah.
You're only 1 point off.
There we go.
Okay, Steve Gatlin of the Gatlin Brothers.
Which one is he?
He's the one in the. Looks like he's in the middle, but actually he's in the right. He looks like he's in the middle because it's one of those optical illusions.
Okay.
But he's the one on the left who's sort of on the right, but in the middle.
Okay.
Good.
Right behind the Andrews sisters.
Yeah, that's right.
Sure.
Sitting next to the one who's on the right of the Andrews sisters. Patty, who looks like she's in the middle, is actually on the left. And she's right next to him. Except for the Mills brothers, who look like they're there, but they're in the back. Yeah. However, the Inkspots, well, that's a whole other thing. Anyway, Steve Gatlin. Let's see. We'll start with you, Karen, since you won the last round. And you've got 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
You're doing for a giggler. You're doing okay.
I love it. Okay. 43.
43 says Karen. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Okay. And let's see. How about you, Don? What do you think?
I'm going to stick with 47.
You like that for the last
I like
time?
that
You like that number? Okay.
That came close.
You did
Yeah.
come close. That's right. You were only 4 years off.
Right.
Let's see, Mark. What do you think?
54.
Mark says 54. And Tony?
I'm gonna shoot for. Get it, Gatlin gun.
Gatlin. Yeah.
Yeah. 49. I think I hurt somebody.
Yeah.
49. Okay. Jenny, what do you say?
41.
41, says Jenny. Okay. And Pat?
48.
48. Okay, 48. And John?
43.
43. Oh, the same
Wait,
as
did I
what
say
Karen
that?
said.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And Paul?
42.
42. And Paul hit it right on the button.
All right.
Steve Gatlin's 42 years old
Wonderful
today.
for you, baby. I'll get it for you.
Yeah. Hang on to
I
it
like
for me,
that
will ya?
idea. Anybody who gets one right, Karen gets to reach in for the money.
All right.
This is this is a festive program, isn't it?
Yeah.
Huh? Boy, this is festive.
It's that whole. Now it's really spring. We're all happy.
know
We
it.
got the extra, the hour or whatever you want. We actually lost an hour. We're pretty giddy about that.
Yeah, for
We'll
those
be
of us.
hurting at about 9 a.m. when
I got an early vacation, so I'm giddy about that.
Good.
See? Look at that.
Hey, here's one from way out of the past. I assume she's still alive. If she's not, then
Then she's way up there.
that's right. Then, that's right.
105.
That's he is way up there, or way down there. And Francis Lankford. Francis, you know that name?
Francis
Sounds like I
Lankford.
might have read that in the
That was Bob
obituary.
No, because I say Francis Lankford because she's only in one source I have here, and this source is printed way in advance. The daily one on the Associated Press wire, she's not listed. But let's.
Is she listed in like this day in history? She died, maybe, or something like that?
No. Let me see. No, it doesn't say that. It doesn't say that. Anyway,
Oh, boy.
Francis Lankford. She used to be.
I really do think
She was on. I believe she was on the old Bob Hope radio show.
Oh,
Let me
she's
read.
definitely
Let me
dead.
read about her here.
Spell me.
I think.
Francis Lankford. Let me see. During World War II, she did many Christmas shows with Bob Hope and recorded the Bickersons. Remember the Bickersons?
Oh,
ones
yeah.
with Don Amici. She was the wife.
That's right.
I remember listening to those things on radio at that time when I was going with the lady who eventually turned out to be my wife, and I thought, if that's the way married life is, I was really discouraged. I hated that program. I hated it. I thought, boy, they just sat there and just took shots at each other. There was no love, nothing. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional about this thing. Anyway, let's start with you, Jenny. How old is Francis Lankford?
I would say 85.
85, and maybe we ought to have an alternate guess in case she's dead.
Oh,
No, I'm sorry. No, she'd be the same age one way or the other, I guess.
okay.
I'm sorry. What did say that again? You said
85.
85. Okay.
Just a little thinner if she was dead.
Just a little.
Oh, we can.
Oh, come on.
Oh, now we're getting really tasty.
We got a wise guy in the group here.
Hey, Paul, what do you think, Paul?
73.
I love the way you say that. I think he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, I know.
Not really, but it sounds like I do.
Okay. Pat, what do you say?
82.
82, says Pat. And let's see. Mark, what do you say?
88.
And how old do you think Francis Lankford is, Don?
She was quite spirited. I think she's a 76.
That's the spirit.
No, you see, he already said
I
that. He
got
said
in
she was
ahead of
quite
it.
spirited and he's 76.
So?
So there was no need to add anything beyond that. He was being subtle about it, you see.
Honest.
What do you say, Tony?
Forget it now.
Sure, I've heard his feelings, sure.
Yeah.
You tell a person what he really is, he can't take it. Oh, you can dish it out. Oh, sure. Sure, you can dish it out, but can you take it? Oh, no. Oh, no.
Let me see. If Bob Hope has just turned 90. 91.
91.
Since we may think she's dead, so I'll push it to 91.
Okay, what the heck?
Because once you get that high, what the hell's the difference?
I don't know.
Oh,
Oh,
my.
brother.
But if you ask me in a couple of years,
You can tell me.
yeah. What do you think, Karen?
87?
87?
Yeah.
Okay. And John?
79.
79. Okay, the actual age I've got listed here for Francis Lankford is 80.
Oh.
And John said 79.
All right.
Yep.
And nobody said 81.
No.
And nobody said 80 either. So John walks away with that one.
All right, John.
So I'll,
Baby.
Yay.
Scoring update, sir.
Well, scoring update is as follows. John and Karen both have 2 apiece. Paul has won 1 round, and that seems to be the entire scoring. Nobody else has won anything, including Tony and Jenny or
Maybe I'll
Mark or Pat or Don.
I want that $100.
We have a smile on our face.
This is my first time with this, so.
Oh,
Well, no, you have to play this at least a dozen times
Yeah.
before you get proficient. And also you have
or
to
sick of it, whichever comes first.
yeah. Usually sick of it comes
Oh,
before
yeah.
anything. Hugh Masekela.
Pardon me?
Hugh Masekela, sometimes known as Hugh Masekela,
Bless you.
grazing in the grass. He's a South African. He was from South Africa, although he's been in this country a long time. Trumpet player, band leader, arranger, Hugh Masekela.
Yeah, the first way you had me confused. Now I know who you're talking about.
But I had him on on that old jazz show that I used to do, and I asked him how he pronounced his name, and he said, Masekela. So I mastered that.
Oh, okay.
And I said, and he said, how do you pronounce your name? And I said, name no. Well, he was just as confused. Anyway, he formerly was married to Miriam Makeba. Do you remember her?
What was her name?
Makeba? Miriam Makeba. She was South African. Did a lot of interesting folk tunes. He formed his own band in 1964, if that helps. His biggest hit, of course, Grazing in the Grass, came in 1968. Okay, Hugh Masekela.
Massacre.
Yeah. We'll start with you, Tony. What do you think?
Oh, great. He's
No.
okay. All right, maybe
Maybe he's
59.
59. Okay. And let's see. John?
63.
63 says John. And Don says
57.
57. Okay. And Mark, what do you say?
57.
57 also. And Pat?
61.
Pat says 51. And Paul?
66.
66.
I'm sorry.
And Jenny?
67.
67. Karen?
Oh.
I just hope you get it right.
72.
72.
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
Are you all right?
No.
Hugh Masekela actually is younger than I would have thought he would. I would have guessed somewhere around the 60s also. But he's listed here as 54.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah,
He's a young-
54. Yeah,
young
he's because I interviewed him.
Was he 12 when you interviewed
He
him?
must have been. He must have been.
Oh.
Yeah, let me see. Let me check my other source. Well, he isn't in the other source, so
So he
go
could
with
be
this
dead.
source. He could be dead too. Yes, he could be. Hugh Masekela is 54. So
72 then.
let me see.
I'm closing in on them this time.
Who claimed the closest?
Puts him in
Seems
the
to
same
be
decade.
Mark said 57. So did Don.
57,
Yeah, so that's within 3 years. Let me see if there's anybody closer.
No.
No, I don't believe so.
That was within 5.
Somebody said 51, which is 4 years difference. No, I would say Don and Mark, who both said 57, are the closest.
Way to go, Mark.
Yeah.
All right.
Beauty.
Okay, we have one more, and this is that date.
Oh, good.
It's a date.
Yeah, no, I don't mean that kind of a date.
Oh, darn.
Yeah. I know that tears you apart, but this is the date of an event. I'll tell you what the event is, and you tell me what year it happened. But it happened on April 3rd, so 4th rather, same date as right now, April 4th.
But is it in both sources so we know it really did happen on this day?
No, it's not. It's
so
on
we
the
don't know if
Associated Press source, and they're usually pretty good about that, so we know it did happen.
All right.
Los Angeles, the city of Los Angeles, was incorporated, became a city
Jeez.
on this date. I think that's an interesting question, don't you?
Sure. I don't know if it
Yeah.
applies to the game that well, but it's certainly an interesting
but it
question.
was incorporated on April 4th, and I just
Birthday
happened to
today?
hear. Yeah, it's its birthday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and we'll start with Don with that. What year do you think Los Angeles was incorporated? It's kind of interesting because you think of it as a, new city.
1910.
Pardon me?
1910.
1910. Okay. And what do you say, Pat?
1898.
1898. The date of the Spanish-American War. When Teddy Roosevelt ran up to San Juan Hill shouting,
Charge!
no,
I'm sorry, that's arsenic and old lace. I'm
actually, his voice was very high and squeaky. George, George, all you guys, come on, guys, George. Oh, come on. No, when he was in the New York Assembly, which is like the legislature there in New York State, people used to laugh when he got up to speak because his voice was so squeaky. Isn't that funny? Because you think of him as the tough guy. No, but actually, that's why I speak softly and I carry a big stick because if I speak loud, people laugh at my little squeaky voice.
And you have to hit him with the stick.
That's right.
why he said that. They'd make fun of him and it'd beat him up.
That's right. Yeah. He had asthma, a very bad case of asthma as a kid, overcame it, and was very athletic.
And became president. Is that what I have to look forward to now? Overcoming my
Yeah.
asthma and becoming president?
Yes, that's right. I wouldn't vote for a guy for president who didn't have asthma. That's the way I feel. I feel that strongly about it. Mark, what do you think? What year was? What were we talking about? the incorporation of Los Angeles as a city.
I'll say 1901.
1901. Okay, the year William McKinley was president. I know all that stuff.
He had a high voice, too.
No, actually, William McKinley is the way William McKinley sounded. Today, I'm beginning my time of office. He had this incredibly awful accent, which is really terrible. I'm glad it's not preserved on record at all. Teddy Roosevelt, the man with the high voice, is my vice president. And he wasn't. He was. He became president when William McKinley was assassinated.
You're getting a history lesson along with this game.
Yeah.
You're ruining the game. It's
I am ruining the flow of the game.
Yeah.
Totally, yeah.
And you're giving us a lesson here. And I'm becoming educated during this game, and that's not supposed to happen.
No, it's not supposed to happen during the entire program.
No. Well, tonight you're making up for it now.
Yes.
Because the other few hours are really...
That's right. That's
He was
because
an hour ahead of himself.
Hey, Jenny, what do you think? What year was Los Angeles incorporated as a city?
1801.
1801.
That's the year George Washington... No.
Yeah.
That's the year Sidney Lefkowitz went over the Niagara Falls in a folding beach chair.
Funny.
Setting the tongues
did
a
he make
wagging. No, he didn't. He was crushed by the rocks, never to be heard from again.
And the thing was, they didn't even have folding beach chairs back then.
That's right.
In one
He was
before
way
they
ahead of his
even
time.
invented it.
No, as a matter of fact, he was an interesting inventor. He also invented the telephone booth. And that was
Actually,
long before the telephone was
He went
invented.
over in the chair and then it folded. And they got a folding chair. Oh my god, it's so clever.
Oh no.
Oh jeez. All right.
What is she talking about?
I don't even know who she is. You should lock the door when you go into that
sorry.
studio. John, what do you think? What year was Los Angeles incorporated?
I would say around 1650.
1650. We keep going back in history.
1650. Oddly enough, the Pilgrims had only been here for a few years.
30 years. Yeah, they said, sweetheart, baby, we ought to have a city called Los Angeles where we can make movies. Yes, sir. Where are we going to put the Hollywood and the film industry if we don't have Los Angeles? Yes, sir. What do they think? They said.
I don't think they had moved up past... Oh, never mind.
After all, we got tobacco and they smoke a lot, I understand, in those places. Anyway, Karen, what do you think?
1834.
1834. Why are you giggling?
I don't know. I'm laughing at Tony.
I see.
Can you blame her?
No. No.
Okay, Tony, what do you think then? You want to laugh at her, you go right ahead.
Not. No.
8.
I can't understand it. Karen is so pretty and looks so sexy and says such unsexy things. I can't understand this.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. What the heck? That's her imitation of Teddy Roosevelt.
Oh, L.A. incorporated in
Sure.
Sure, I made fun of everybody else, and I have no clue.
This is really very tough. That's
And
true.
that's so unlike you, Tony.
I have no clue.
Right.
I'm trying to see. Gold Rush. That was the other place.
It was
So
San
I wonder.
Francisco,
I know.
yes.
That was Northern California. I
Northern
wonder if they knew
yeah.
about Southern California at the
Yeah.
time.
I don't know.
1886.
1886. You think they were hanging around saying, "So, hey, baby, do you hear what happened up at Sutter's Mills? We want to film it up there." Yes, sir. Anyway, what do you think, Paul?
1898.
Oh, you're saying the same as what Pat and Lynn said.
Is that right?
Pat said that too,
No,
1898.
sure.
I didn't know both of them.
Yeah,
Did you,
sure,
you remember
Paul.
saying
Yeah,
that, Pat?
Yeah, I was out there.
You were out there,
Go.
at the time while they were signing the papers.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
You were
was a
covering it
witness.
for the Lynn Daily Evening Item. if I
Exactly.
recall. Okay.
Well, what is it? Is the daily or the evening item?
Evening.
Oh, late Lynn Daily Evening Item.
Yeah.
Daily slash
Yeah,
evening
the
item.
Lynn Evening Item. Okay. Anyway, the Los Angeles was incorporated as a city in 1850. 18. That's going to take a little time before I can figure out who's the closest. Although I think it was Karen.
Hey, Norm,
Said 8. Yes.
16 years off.
wasn't that incorporated by the Spaniards long before that?
Well, no, not as a city. Not as a city of the Angels. No, it was not incorporated. No, the Spaniards wouldn't have incorporated it at all.
I might have won.
No, they just went there and they stayed at my cousin Miriam's house in Marina Del Rey, just outside of the
She's
downtown
never
area.
been the same since.
No, she hasn't. She finally married Irving Spiegel, and that's all she talks to Irving about all the time is
When the
when the
Spaniards stayed
Spaniards
over.
came in. Yeah. In fact, she sings a song called "When the Spaniards Came Marching In," and
I remember that from Zorro.
yeah. So Irving just went out and invented a watch band and said, "The heck with it." Anyway, I think.
What? Wait a minute. You said his last name was Spiegel.
Yeah. What is the watch
Spidell.
band? Oh, Spidell. Okay.
He did invent the watch band. It just didn't go anywhere.
That's right. And somebody misspelled it, and it came out Spidell.
And it took off.
Yeah.
In
In fact, there's only what's that, please?
Yeah, the catalog.
The Spiegel catalog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that
You
there
better
was
check.
such a
You better check his will.
Well,
You
that-
could be inheriting a fortune soon.
No. Well, next time I see him, I'll have a whole different draft of jokes. Speaking of catalogs, Irving. Anyway, 1850, and I believe Karen said 1834, so she was within 16 years.
Oh, baby.
Oh, baby.
I
And
might
the
have
other
won.
way would be 1864, 1866.
Uh-oh.
No, I think Karen has won that hands down.
All
Oh,
right.
thanks.
And she's won the entire game now, hasn't she?
She has. She's got 3
Unbelievable.
correct ones. That's good.
Thank you.
And
My first time.
do you understand, Karen, that as an employee of the Westinghouse organization, the vast
I don't
organization,
get nothing again.
you don't know. Employees are not eligible for these chintzy prizes because we're looking out for you. You wouldn't like them anyway. No.
I just, yeah.
So I want to thank all of you for playing the game. Don,
Yeah.
you were just wonderful.
Well, thank you. I enjoyed it very much. I listen to you every night.
Hey,
Nice
thanks
job.
thanks a lot. I appreciate that.
Okay, Norm.
Take
And
care
he's
now.
still talking to you too, Norm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Pat,
I'll try again.
that's okay. Never give up. Whatever you do.
I won't.
Whereabouts in Lynn do you live, roughly?
Eastland.
Oh, Eastland. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for being part of all of this.
All right. I'll be talking to you again.
Okay, and right next door in Saugus is Mark. Thank you, Mark.
Thanks a lot, Norm.
Okay, and of course, Paul, Brennan, I appreciate all your help.
My pleasure.
Okay, take care. Oh, I clipped him off a little too soon.
Well, you know.
Maybe not. Maybe it was a little too late. And Karen and Tony, thank you just so darn much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, and thank you, Jenny.
You're welcome. Listen, Norm,
Yes.
you and I have a mutual friend who's a listener, and he thinks I'm on the air. So,
Well, you are. I think you are on the air. I'm not. I wouldn't bet
well,
on it. But,
I'm on the air where you are, but I'm not on the air.
well, you are.
Right.
Okay, something
Glenn-
like that.
So I wanted to say, Glenn, don't call up because I'm not there.
Okay. Take care, Jenny, and take care, John, too. Thanks a lot.
Okay, Norm, it's better than the last time I was on. I was on with Wolfie.
Okay, right away you're better off.
Okay.
Take care. Bye-bye now. It's almost time for us to say goodbye. I know I hate to do that. Today was also a sad day, really. I didn't want to mention it because we're giggling and laughing about so many things, but it was 25 years ago today, April 4th, 1960, of course, that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was shot to death in Memphis. And you've heard a lot about it. There's been special programs, special ceremonies about that. It was a tremendously sad day. It was a terrible period because it was the death of Robert Kennedy, and this not necessarily in this order. President Kennedy, Martin Luther King, all killed within a very short space of time. Anyway, he had gone to Memphis to, as you know, to support a strike by city sanitation workers, and died at the age of 39. So that's another the most memorable event really to happen on April 3rd. Time for us to say goodbye. We'll be back tonight at 11 for another Just a Swell Jolly Time. So on behalf of Tony Nesbitt, our #1 producer, on behalf of the very lovely Marilyn Gorelnik and our RCA Bluebird Recording Orchestra, on behalf of the Hello Bluebird Chorus, and myself, the almost good-looking Norm Nathan person, I hope today's a nice day for you. Be nice if the temperature really went up and the sun came out and all that. Anyway, bye-bye, old sport. It's 3:45. You're tuned to WBZ Boston. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Wow, my brain may explode with all the knowledge that Norm was feeding us. In keeping with the educational nature of this episode, how about an ABC News report on daylight saving time from Catherine Smith? Sure, you say? Well, here you go.
As of tonight, daylight saving time is in effect for most Americans. That means an extra hour of sunlight. Joanne Petrie is the federal lawyer in charge of enforcing the U.S. Uniform Time Act.
It's very simple. It says that any state that chooses to observe daylight saving time has to begin and end on the federally mandated dates. States are free, however, to not observe daylight saving time and exempt themselves from observance. And a few of our friends in different states have exempted themselves. They include Arizona, Hawaii, part of Indiana in the Eastern Time Zone, Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands, and American Samoa.
Except for those parts of the country, daylight saving time remains in effect until 2 a.m. on the last Sunday in October.
That report was sponsored by Easy Quit and the IRS. Let's check in with them right now.
If your doctor recommends a nicotine patch to stop smoking, this message is for you. A medical university study concludes that patches are most effective if you also use a behavioral replacement for cigarettes. Simply put, there are two halves to your habit. A patch helps your nicotine addiction, but the other half, smoking behavior. The habit of inhaling. The thousands of times you reach for a cigarette, on the phone, after a meal, in the car. These smoking habits can undermine the best medicine, but there is help. There is Easy Quit, a smokeless, non-medical cigarette you puff and hold, but never light. Easy Quit's scientifically formulated capsule rewards you with a pleasant taste. When cravings hit, puff Easy Quit until you quit the habits of smoking.
Over 1 million people have quit or cut down with no drug, no nicotine Easy Quit. A complete system is just $19.95 plus $4 shipping and handling with a money-back guarantee. Order now. Call 1-800-443-4100. That's 1-800-443-4100.
We have 30 seconds to answer some common tax questions. Okay, here goes. Do I have to file a tax return? Well, that depends on your income received, filing status, and age. Do I have to report income from moonlighting jobs? Yes, you do. Can I get the earned income credit? Yes, if you work and earn below $22,370 and a child lives with you. Can I deduct the alimony payments I make? Yes, you can. For any tax question, call the IRS at 1-800-TAX-1040. 1-800-TAX-1040.
Don't forget to subscribe and or follow and hit the notification bell so you'll know when the next episode is up on the webnets. The thank you list is a long one, so until next time, closing the vault and riding the radio waves home. For Sidney Lefkowitz, Spidale Watch Bands, the Spiegel Catalog, all those in the WBZ Cellular 1 phone force, Paul Brennan, America's sweetheart Karen Meslener, and your genial host, Norm Nathan, I'm Tony Nesbitt.